Right now, a new era for Badger football begins as Luke Fickell is introduced as the program's new head football coach.
Also helping out healthcare workers with mental health services. A look at a new program created to support and retain them.
And later, a bipartisan bill pushed by Senator Tammy Baldwin looks to codify same-sex and interracial marriage protections into federal law. Welcome to News 3 Now at 6. It is a new day for Wisconsin football today. The program welcoming Luke Fickell as their new head coach. The former Ohio State star and assistant coach has spent the past 6 seasons as head football coach at Cincinnati, guiding the Bearcats to college football's playoff last year with a 13-1 record.
So the hiring process led to a pretty crazy weekend where many figured interim coach Jim Leonhard would be getting the job before news broke of Fickell's hiring early yesterday. Coach Fickell is the most famous man in Madison right now, but really, who is he?
Yeah, our Andrew Banstra spoke to a couple people who have covered the new coach in his last stops and joins us now with the story. Andrew?
Charlotte and Eric, thank you. Luke Fickell has played and coached at Ohio State, was a part of 2 national championship teams, and just took Cincinnati to the college football playoff. But who is the reigning national coach of the year, and what can he do at Wisconsin?
After nearly 8 years of Paul Chryst, Wisconsin football welcomed their 3rd head coach of the year today. But who is Luke Fickell?
He's going to want to line up and be an offensive and defensive line-driven program. He's going to want to run the ball. Now, he'll air it out, and I think that's Wisconsin. When you think about Wisconsin, run the football, play defense.
Fickell is touted for his recruiting, but Chad says his calling card is actually developing talent. 8 of his 9 NFL draftees from last year were 3-star recruits.
He can recruit the higher-end kids, but his bread and butter is taking those guys in the middle of the recruiting rankings and taking them and turning them into the best players on the roster.
Last year, Fickell was named the National Coach of the Year and took Cincy to the college football playoff. Before that, though, he was booted after a year as an interim coach at Ohio State. Sound familiar?
But then the transition with Urban Meyer, he was in the same position that Jim Leonhard is obviously in at Wisconsin, where Luke was able to stay as the defensive coordinator for Urban Meyer, and they worked together famously, and within a couple of years, they won the national championship.
The biggest and really the only concern about Fickell is if he leaves for Ohio State. He played and coached there. He's from Columbus, but Steve doesn't think Badgers fans need to lose any sleep about that.
But I don't see any instability here that would lead Luke Fickell to come back to Columbus anytime soon.
For decades, Wisconsin has wondered, how can we take that next step? I think you just found your answer. His name is Luke Fickell.
I think there's so much to like about him. He's recruited well at Cincinnati. He put Cincinnati in the college football playoff. There are very few guys out there in the country that are capable of doing the kind of things that he's done.
Marrying one of the nation's winningest programs to not make a college football playoff, with the only coach to ever take a group of 5 team to the playoff, it seems like a match made in heaven, but we'll have to wait till 2023 to find out.
All right, Andrew, thank you. Now, we've been streaming the new coach's entire press conference at channel3000.com. That just wrapped up. We're going to go down to Zach Hanley shortly. If you're interested in watching the press conference from beginning, you can head there and tune in again tonight, News 3 Now at 10 for a complete analysis of this new hire and what it could mean for the Badgers. Now, let's go to weather. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canolti tracking a couple snow chances in our first warn forecast. Gary?
Yeah, but not tomorrow. In fact, tomorrow will be warm enough for rain. Let's start out by taking a look at the time-lapse from the Platteville-Quimby Radio Skycam. Sunshine this morning and then hazy cloud cover this afternoon. Those cirrus clouds coming in from the west, but still not enough to block out the sun totally as we headed towards sunset. There have been some light snow showers up in northern Wisconsin. That's actually warmer air aloft, and that'll work its way down to the ground, and we'll see milder conditions for tomorrow. 19 was the overnight low in Madison. A little colder to the north and east, a little warmer to the south and west, where temperatures stayed in the 20s. Right now, temperatures are right around 40 degrees. Janesville's 41, Boscobel 43, but it's 37 at the Baraboo Dells Airport. Across Dane County, 39 right now in Belleville and in Cross Plains, 39 in Sun Prairie, and 41 degrees in Edgerton. Look for skies to become mostly cloudy this evening. Temperatures holding nearly steady in the upper 30s. Not looking for any rain or snow tonight, but tomorrow we'll see some rain, and that'll change the snow tomorrow night, and I'll tell you how much we can expect in just a few minutes.
Madison police have arrested a man who they say stabbed another man near the Capitol Square. Officers were called to the 100 block of West Main Street just before midnight. They say two men got into an argument and one man stabbed the other. The 35-year-old suspect ran from the scene but was later found and arrested. The 55-year-old victim is hospitalized with serious injuries and is expected to survive. Madison police are investigating after they said multiple boxes of vape pens were stolen from a gas station on the city's north side. They say 4 people were seen walking around the mobile gas station on the 3100 block of North Sherman Avenue just after 11:30 p.m. Sunday. One person kicked open a glass door and 2 people then entered the gas station. So far, no one has been arrested in connection with the incident.
2 people are now safe after they fell through thin ice on the Ohio River. The Madison Fire Department's lake rescue team was sent to the area of the river near the 1300 block of Burning Wood Way. This was just before 3 in the afternoon Saturday. The 2 people were about 150 feet offshore with water up to their chest. A rapid deployment craft was used to bring them to shore. Neither had to be taken to the hospital. It's not the $30 million nurses asked for, but healthcare workers in our area say it is a start.
Tahlil Mohideen shares the county's plans to help fund a trauma recovery program.
After sharing their experiences with work-induced depression and anxiety, healthcare workers tell me this makes them feel heard. Dane County leaders have pledged over $500,000 to support mental health retention and recruitment services for healthcare workers. Those involved with the program say it'll be the first of its kind.
The hope is that it can grow from here, both here in Dane County and, in other counties and other cities. We hope that they'll pick it up too. So yeah, the feeling is good.
The county's investment comes after countless healthcare workers gave testimonials detailing their experiences with suicidal thoughts, verbal abuse from patients, and extreme fatigue due to staffing shortages. And to figure out the program's specifics, county leaders will review proposals from community groups that are eager to fill the need.
Congress is returning to work after the Thanksgiving holiday for a lame duck session that is Democrats' last chance to pass legislation before they lose the House to Republican control in January. On the docket is the Respect for Marriage Act, a bipartisan bill pushed by Senator Tammy Baldwin. It would codify same-sex and interracial marriage protections into federal law, coming in the wake of the Supreme Court's abortion decision this summer. The bill is expected to be taken up in the Senate this week as part of a slate of lame duck legislation.
We, I think, have to agree on a bipartisan basis that work needs to get done. The National Defense Authorization Act, the Omnibus Appropriations Bill, the Respect for Marriage Act.
Among those lame duck bills is expected to be the Electoral Count Act, which clarifies the Electoral College process in the wake of January 6th. And the final count of the Senate next year is still undecided. Democrats will control the Senate, but could capture a 51-seat majority if they win the Georgia Senate runoff next week.
Outgoing Republican State Representative Tim Rampton sat down today to reflect on his career and also his future plans. Rampton was first elected to the state assembly representing Campbellsport in 2018. In the past year, he became a controversial figure in the Republican Party as one of a handful of GOP members actively supporting the decertification of the 2020 presidential election. Rampton also ran for governor this summer, losing the Republican nomination to Tim Michels.
That was a place for me to go to continue the efforts to get truth and transparency and closure. And I could have fixed some of the broken things that were going on within the legislature had I had that opportunity. That's why I did it.
As for what's next, Rampton says he has no specific plans, but he's not ruling out running for another leadership position in Wisconsin.
Right now, Madison Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway is leading a delegation to visit one of Madison's sister cities in Africa. The mayor will speak with leaders in the city of Kanifing, located in the Gambia. State Representative Samba Balde is a native of the Gambia, organized the trip. Madison and Kanifing began a sister city relationship in 2016, thanks in part to efforts by Balde. Kanifing is one of Madison's 9 sister cities worldwide, including Freiburg, Germany, and Mantova, Italy. Coming up at 6, as Native American Heritage Month continues, how Verona Area High School is honoring tribes here in Wisconsin.
And there's a new eco-friendly way to package and ship your holiday gifts this year. We'll be right back.
What you see is important, How you see is important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Enjoy great savings this month and get 33% off a complete pair of glasses.
It's Steinhaffel's Cyber Week sale. Save 35 to 65% store-wide. Plus, get some of our best bonus buys of the year. Like a Beauty Rest Queen mattress, $3.99. This sofa, $5.99. Queen bed now $6.99. 5-piece dining set, $9.99. And for a limited time, make your purchase more affordable with Steinhaffel's 72-month financing. It's Steinhaffel's Cyber Week sale. Shop in-store or online at steinhaffels.com. Relax, it's Steinhaffel's.
Black Friday is here at Menards, and we've got the perfect present for your loved ones. With something for Dad, Mom, and the kids. Everyone in the family will get what they want, even your furry friends. Enjoy the season and the savings. Deck out the tree and stuff your stockings with these great gifts at amazing prices. Hurry in and save big money. These deals won't last long. Doors open at 6 a.m. on Black Friday.
Save big money at Menards.
The holidays can be so stressful. So give the gift of wellness. Buy $100 in Massage Envy gift cards and receive a free $20 promo card. Keep your body working.
Clean, safe, fun. I wanted it all when we needed daytime care for Mom. Oh, Grace's new adult day center is so nice. Now she goes twice a week while I'm at work and loves it.
A Grace, caring every step of the way. What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see.
Shopko Optical welcomes more insurance plans than ever. Call to book an exam and verify coverage.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
And welcome back. The UW Athletic Department just wrapped up the introduction of new head football coach Luke Fickell. Let's go down to Camp Randall. Sports director Zach Hanley sat in on that press conference. He joins us live with the latest. Zach?
Yeah, Eric, the press conference lasted about 35 minutes, and the word thrown around a lot was excited. It's a new era for Wisconsin football. This is not a Wisconsin guy, but it's a Big Ten guy. Luke Fickell played for Ohio State. He coached at Ohio State before, taking Cincinnati to the college football playoff. Last year in the 2022 NFL draft, 9 players for the Bearcats were drafted. He's the most winningest coach in Cincinnati Bearcat history with 57 wins, I believe. He's the 3-time ACC Coach of the Year, and as I mentioned, the first non-Power 5 school he led to the college football playoffs. And his objective and vision for Wisconsin is simple.
With you, I'll tell you this, and you'll probably hear it for every year at the beginning of the year. We got one objective and one goal, and it's to play for a championship.
Now, I mentioned, he's not a Wisconsin guy, but he's familiar with a couple of guys. He played against Chris McIntosh in, I believe, 1996. He was a nose tackle, and McIntosh remembers blocking him. But also, he was a high school wrestler, 3-time state champ in Ohio. He actually wrestled with Coach Chris Bono, the Wisconsin head wrestling coach in high school, and an all-star team. So there's some familiar there. McIntosh and Fickell were both like, hey, let's get this thing going. We're ready to roll. So, time will tell, but it's an exciting time for the program.
All right, Zach Hanley reporting live for us tonight. Zach, thank you so much. Well, there are some new displays hanging at Verona Area High School. 12 Native American tribal flags were unveiled this morning. Each flag was donated by the tribal nations. There, students, staff, and a Ho-Chunk Nation elder participated in the event.
When I walk by, they say, I actually learned about, the Ho-Chunk Nation's histories, cultures, and tribal sovereignty in my class, and I'm curious to learn about more as an example. And I understand why those symbols are up there. And so to me, it breaks down some barriers and helps the opportunity to build bridges.
The flags will be a permanent fixture at the high school.
Well, there could be less waste during the holiday season. The EPA says plastic and packaging used to send gifts during the holidays is actually responsible for roughly 1/3 of the nation's trash each year. That's why Scotch Brand says it's now taking action by literally thinking outside the box. 3M has released eco-friendly and sustainable mailing products, including packing tape, boxes, and labels.
What can we do in product development
to make better decisions and ultimately create better solutions for our consumers so that they don't just look good, but you can really feel good about using them.
Well, the packaging, called Packed by Scotch, is composed of recycled products and uses soy-based ink for printing. You can find the products at most Target locations or online. After the break, air travel setting new records this year. How many people the TSA says took a plane over the holiday weekend?
Plus, is Cyber Monday losing its luster? A look at this year's record-breaking Black Friday numbers.
And will temperatures stay unseasonably warm this week? Gary's back with a complete forecast when we come back.
Black Friday deals all month long during our huge Thanksgiving sale at Slumberland Furniture. Incredible prices, plus get 30% off on top of that store-wide. And don't forget, mattress shopping is easy, fast, and comfortable at Slumberland Furniture.
It's our Black Friday extended event at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Now through Wednesday, we've extended 4 more days of Black Friday-like super deals store-wide. Like 60% off these special buy food storage sets, just $8.99. Over 55% off assorted throws. Your choice, $12.99. Victor Allen's holiday favorites are just $9.99. And select dog chews and treats are buy one, get one free. Don't miss your last chance to get Black Friday-like super deals. Now through Wednesday at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
This holiday season, Ford wants to help you shine bright. So, this Black Friday, choose a vehicle in stock or simply place a custom order. Lock in your rate and you're protected, even if rates go up before your order comes in. Plus, thousands of vehicles are arriving daily, just in time for the holidays. This season, choose Flex Buy on a 2022 Escape or Edge SUV and get 0% financing for 66 months at your local Ford dealer and shine bright.
Hey, there's my girl. Who's that?
Life can be uncomfortable. Your home doesn't have to be. Whether you're looking for all the advanced features or something with a lower upfront cost, with Rheem heating equipment, you can stay comfortable even in the most uncomfortable situations.
Oh, come on. Yes, let's go.
Feel the Wohlers difference. Call Wohlers Heating and Air Conditioning today, serving Dane County for over 45 years.
To everyone who loves great food, let us make you a meal the Wisconsin way.
We cook each Butterburger to order for you and the people you love, so it's the best part of your day.
The best.
The best.
And every creamy scoop of fresh frozen custard, pure happiness.
Pure happiness.
Pure happiness.
Because where Culver's comes from, and the heart of America's Dairyland.
Our love.
Our love for fresh food is as strong as our love for all of you.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Looking at mattresses?
Buying a mattress can be uncomfortable. That's why Slumberland has modernized the process. Right now, get 30% off select mattresses, like this Sealy Posturepedic mattress for $5.99. Slumberland, mattress shopping reinvented.
With people starting earlier than ever on their holiday shopping, is Cyber Monday still a thing? Well, just released data from Adobe Analytics shows online Black Friday sales in the U.S. topped a record-breaking $9.12 billion this year, further fueling the idea that holiday shoppers are buying way earlier than ever.
While there's still plenty of deals out there, Jen Sullivan has a look at why Cyber Monday could be losing its luster.
Despite higher prices and rising interest rates, online holiday shopping is seeing major growth, but there are signs of a slowdown.
The online piece has slowed a bit, and we'll see a resurgence in consumers back in stores this holiday season in ways we haven't seen for the 2 or 3 years.
The NRF estimates Americans will still spend in record numbers this season. But according to Adobe Analytics, customers in the first 3 weeks of this month spent $64.5 billion online. That's only a tiny 0.1% gain from last year, with their data also showing that discounts only get deeper in the run-up to Cyber Monday, with some experts saying as more people shop early, it could make Cyber Monday less relevant in the future.
Retailers have really responded by moving those deals and promotions up earlier to give people more time.
The National Retail Federation says their data shows shoppers started their holiday shopping as early as September, suggesting they're more budget conscious and are not waiting until Cyber Monday or beyond to find deals.
Particularly right now with inflation top of mind, consumers are looking to spread out some of that spending.
But other signs of an online shopping slowdown are also emerging, with Amazon forecasting fourth quarter sales below analysts' expectations. Meanwhile, the president of e-commerce website Shopify says he's very optimistic about sales on this platform this season.
We were already seeing numbers slightly up from last year.
Air travel hit a pandemic-era record yesterday. The agency said on Twitter it screened more than 2.5 million people at U.S. airports that day, beating the record of 2.49 million set on July 1st. After the pandemic had battered the air travel industry, the TSA nearly matched that record the day before Thanksgiving, screening 2.46 million people. Well, mild temperatures to start the week, but then things will start cooling off. Here's Gary with your complete forecast.
And then they'll warm back up, and then they'll cool down again. That's kind of the trend that we've had recently, and that will continue for much of the week. Three things you need to know in the forecast. Look for a mild day tomorrow with rain showers. High temperatures will be up around 50 degrees. Those will continue into early evening, but then a cold front will come through. The rain will change to snow showers and flurries, but the bulk of the heavier precipitation will be moving through. So I think at that point, we're probably just looking at some, just a little bit of snow, and then we'll turn windy and colder, but now it looks like it'll be dry for Wednesday with high temperatures staying in the 20s. In fact, as we check out future track beginning around noon tomorrow, you can see rain east of the cold front. The front just about ready to cross over the Mississippi River. Reaches Madison by about 6 o'clock or just shortly before then. Wind shift around to the northwest. Temperatures mild in the 40s and 50s out ahead of the front, where we'll see mainly rain. Behind the front, it'll turn cold enough for snow back toward Richland Center and La Crosse. But notice the precipitation heads to the northeast while the cold air comes in from the west. So we just get the tail end of things, just some light snow showers and flurries, and then it's just the windy and colder conditions for Wednesday. Rainfall amounts will be light, probably around a 1/10 of an inch or less, but it could be enough to wet the roads, and then as temperatures turn colder, it could lead to some icy spots. Snowfall amounts less than an inch most areas, but north and west of Eau Claire, there could be a band of heavier snow. Winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings in effect for parts of Minnesota and northwestern Wisconsin. At the same time, a big severe weather outbreak on the south end of that storm system tomorrow. A moderate risk of severe thunderstorms for parts of Mississippi, Arkansas, and Tennessee. Relatively high risk of tornadoes. This hatched area indicates the potential for strong tornadoes of EF2 strength or greater. And then next week, one storm system brings the potential for a heavy snowstorm in the northern part of the Midwest, but the other computer model brings the snow a little farther south and gives us the potential, at least, for a couple of inches of accumulation as we head from Monday into Tuesday. 50 for high tomorrow. Rain showers mainly in the afternoon, but as we take a look at future track, those rain showers will eventually change to snow later on Tuesday evening as the colder air moves in. Notice we're down to 30 degrees by midnight, and then temperatures fall through the 20s as we head into Wednesday. Rainfall amounts light for the most part, but the snowfall amounts, the accumulating snow will stay up toward Eau Claire, just less than an inch for our northwestern viewers. 7 to 10 day forecast, cold Wednesday and Thursday. We warm up for Friday, cool down for Saturday, and then next week, that storm system, rain and snow on Monday, changing to snow on Tuesday, cold for the middle part of the week.
And coming up in sports, we're going to go back to Camp Randall for more on Luke Fickell's introduction as Wisconsin's new head football coach.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
The original immersive Van Gogh exhibit is now open at Lighthouse Art Space Madison. Get lost in the sights and sounds of this completely spectacular, vivid, and breathtaking immersive art experience that ABC calls absolutely stunning. The New York Times raves that the original immersive Van Gogh exhibit is a must-see, lavish artistic festival. Tickets available now at vangoghmadison.com.
Sometimes a cough isn't just a cough, so it's better to be prepared. Keeping Binax Now handy makes it easy to test. And self-test kits may be reimbursable with no copay through your health plan. With Binax Now, you'll have reliable results in 15 minutes with the self-test that features the same technology doctors use and detects multiple variants, including Omicron BA.5. So you can always be prepared with Binax Now, the #1 COVID-19 self-test in the U.S.
It's time
to get more at the Rust Arrow Black Friday sales event. It's our largest selection of the year, and more selection means more savings. Save with 0% APR financing. Save with no payments until after the holidays. And save with more for your trade. Get more and save on a vehicle you actually want. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Honda, Toyota, Mitsubishi, Kia, Mazda, Nissan, and hundreds of used vehicles. You get more at the Rust Arrow Black Friday sales event. See our largest selection of the year. Visit us at rustarrow.com.
Everything seems to be getting more and more expensive these days. And it's the same for your heating bills. Since it will cost more to heat your home this winter, USA Insulation wants to give you control over your utility bills. Our premium injection foam keeps the cold outside and your warm, comfortable air inside, right where it belongs. Call now before winter and get a $500 early bird discount.
USA Insulation.
Be prepared for winter weather. Trust the First Warn Weather Team to give you clear, timely, and accurate info. Keeping you safe and ahead of the storms. Your certified, most accurate team, First Warn Weather. Only on News 3 Now.
Coming back to our top story of the day, the Luke Fickell era of football is officially here. Fickell was formally introduced on Wisconsin's campus this afternoon as the program's 31st head football coach. Now, Zach's going to join us again from Camp Randall with more from Fickell's introductory press conference. Zach?
Jordan, the elephant in the room, Jim Leonhard. The players wanted him to be the next head coach. Obviously, that didn't happen. Luke Fickell got the job, but Fickell's been in Leonhard's shoes before. Remember when he was an assistant coach at Ohio State. He earned the interim label, led them to a 6-6 record. He wanted to be the next head coach, didn't get it. So for the players, the best thing for Fickell to do was provide them clarity and continue to build on those relationships. And that's something that he's said he's been doing for the past 24 hours, just meeting with the players, building on those relationships, and not trying to take those relationships away from Jim Leonhard.
You just got to be yourself. You got to be authentic. You got to be real. And it takes time. The unique thing that I think I got is I was in the position. And I had a great relationship with probably a lot of guys just like Jim has. And, you know, I think that what we do understand is while kids are emotional, young men are emotional, they also are resilient. And, you know, I got the utmost respect for, you know, however things continue to move forward, that whatever is best for them, that they'll do.
Now, as far as who's coaching in the bowl game, well, that's going to be determined at a later date. But Fickell said, you know, he's going to be coaching some way, somehow, in some shape in whatever role they decide in the next few weeks. But for now, live at Camp Randall Stadium, Zach Hanley, News 3 Sports.
Thanks, Zach. An already banged up Aaron Rodgers suffered another injury last night in Philly. Initially thought to be an issue with his oblique, it ended up being an injury to his ribs. The MVP saying after the game he thought he might have punctured a lung because of the pain and issues with breathing, but his lung is fine. He did get more scans today, to which Matt LaFleur commented on in his press conference, saying they will know more about his injury and conditions in the next couple of days, but that Aaron Rodgers is feeling better.
All right, Jordan, thank you. Let's go to Gary. Final check of the forecast.
Yeah, a few more clouds starting to come in out there right now. Temperatures right around 40 in Madison, upper 30s to the north and to the east right now, 39 in Sun Prairie, 41 in Oregon, 38 in Perry. Otherwise, look for cloudy skies, temperatures in the upper 30s this evening.
Gary, thanks. And thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
Enjoy your evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.